Chicago. Head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. On the visitors' sideline, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. This guy's putting together a season to remember, unbeaten and untied to this point. Across the way, you've got the head coach of the Bears. This guy's ready for what could be a tough one and perhaps a playoff preview come January. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. It's going to be a wet one. Here we go from the second city. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
The biggest takeaway coming off last week's loss is he just needs to make a bigger impact overall. It certainly wasn't bad. I mean, no interceptions, protected the ball. But he needs to do more. He needs to kind of let it loose and take some more shots downfield and maybe throw into some tighter windows. For his team to win, this offense needs to be better, and at the front of that is the play of the quarterback.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. On third down, it's Williams. A throw on the move is caught. A gain of 11 on that block. Good for a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7. Just shy of midfield. Here's second and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's good.
Set to go now on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Moore going in motion. They'll stay on the ground. And they'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Here's a run with that tight end. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up. And now they face third down.
Brings up third and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down. This has been a solid opening drive. Knocking on the door. First and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal. At the Steelers' 8-yard
A tight end in motion now. Up the middle they go. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. His second rushing touchdown of the year. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, it's McKenzie. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Nifty running on the return, but that's some good yardage before he was taken down. The Bears offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Throw to the right side. It is caught, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
37-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
What is that?
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. That is T.J. Watt in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year. On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. McKenzie to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's 2nd best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Hill looks to throw. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. We'll try and run it here with Warren. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the handoff, this is Warren. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Steelers 1st down. A gain of 14.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And deep for the back of the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A run up the middle with Warren. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. He'll drop to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jaylen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. And that will lead to a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Pushed out to his left. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
Steelers 13 yards. First down.
Here's a handoff to Warren. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
13-yard line.
Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter as they go to work on first and goal. Warren will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession two. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Steelers will level things out at 7 apiece. For all time, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. And he's going to get upended right at the line of scrimmage. And he's picked up and thrown down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Williams to throw on second down. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Here's a third and 10.
It's now third and 10.
Here's Williams now to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down. Here's Torrey Taylor now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. There's Mike Tomlin, the longtime head man in Pittsburgh. His Steelers get set to take over once more. They've been one of the better teams running the football all year, evidenced by the ease with which they ran it on that prior drive. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 4. On second down, Warren. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get him up on second and make it a fresh set of downs.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. From the 48-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, not enough to move the chains.
First down, Steelers.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one down the field for Freiermuth. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
That's how you get yourself out of a 2nd and 20 hole. Big game there. He'll leave them just shy of the first down. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
And brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they go with Warren. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Once again, it's Warren. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. He's got it at the 7. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
Here's Warren. And he'll take this one in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. Myers, good on the extra point. And the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. From the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Taken at the 19. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. Back to throw. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Moving to his left. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
That's ready for the Steelers. 1st down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
To 2nd and 10.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. He'll throw. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Here's Austin McNamara now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Bears offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. This one taken in by Odunze. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up the 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A play fake. Now Williams. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? A run out of the gun with Warren. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
And the Steelers first down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Steelers first down.
He'll let this go towards the end zone. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is 1st and goal from the 1. That is caught to the goal line and in. Pat Freiermuth. Touchdown Steelers. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
Jason Myers.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Going to return this from the 10. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
What is up?
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. He's going to look downfield once again. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. 10 weeks have come and gone. The temperature's starting to dip a little bit here in November. Lots to show you. Let's talk about it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In the Big Easy, the Saints at home to take on the Commanders. And it's the former Alabama running back, Brian Robinson. He'll find an opening, and he's gone 20 yards on the touchdown. Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots as they host the Denver Broncos. And this is Kyle Williams. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. A 55-yard touchdown. The Patriots had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. And it's Josh Jacobs. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Packers find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. With that, time for a look at the rest of the action going on here in week number 11 in the NFL's regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as the second half gets underway. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Oh, the hard count looked like they cut somebody to jump. If they did, they pick up the first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Warren. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
On the handoff, it's Johnson. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Now this time they'll look to throw. That's out wide to Warren.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10.
What is up?
From the shotgun, it's Williams. To the left side, he's down to the net. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
And it's been this elite pass defense that's made things very challenging for the offense so far, and that's only his first catch of the game. But, you know, sometimes, Mike, it's just that one play that gets you going, so we'll see if that's the case here.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
What is up?
Throwing again, Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Bears 1st down.
Throw it again. It's Williams. That's into the hands of Moore. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll send a tight end in motion. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and 2. Here we go.
3rd down and 2.
What is up?
They try to throw again. Here's Williams. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Williams to the air once more. And he's in! Touchdown, Chicago. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. A carry here for Warren. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Both sides now going back and forth, trading blows. After a nice pickup and a handful of yards, the defense responds with a big sack. Now brings up 3rd and medium, and let's see if they decide to go back on the ground or keep it in the air.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So, from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
They go with man coverage on the back end, and while everything's covered up nicely, there's nobody with eyes on the quarterback, so he ends up just using his legs, keeps the drive alive, and
he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back.
Holding offense.
So holding is the call. And take that touchdown off the board. Here's Warren. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. Brings us.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. He's got Fireman open on the left side.
the drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And third down just became a lot tougher. Matthew Bergeron, fellow Syracuse alum. Guilty that time. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards. And a nice job there on that return. Gives them breathing room up past the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Bears first down.
Going back to the backfield. He'll get the carry here. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They'll stick with him again. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. It's third down.
Brings up third and 3.
What is on?
Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
What is up?
They're going for it. Here's Williams. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll indeed pick up a Bears first down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. From the 31, here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So, a costly penalty here. It wipes away the touchdown.
Ready, set.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he will score! Game on! Touchdown Bears! 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, it's McKenzie. They'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. There's Mike Tomlin, the longtime head man in Pittsburgh. His Steelers get set to take over once more. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. This has been a team that has run the ball well all season long and has been more of the same so far in this one. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
The Steelers first down.
A run up the middle with Warren. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down. 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Warren. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Here's a screen set up for Warren. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead.
The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back.
Holding offense.
On the ground, this is Warren. It's a good pickup on second down, but there is a flag down, and this one might not stand up. Here's a handoff to Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It is 3rd and 10. On third down, they go with Warren. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, as they'll discuss what's to come. It's 4th down looming.
It's 4th down.
Back to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
Result of the play.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. And mark them down up beyond the 30. They are down to 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning to work with as we get set for 1st and 10. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. Here is 2nd and 7.
What is up?
They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
At the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up.
They'll run here. 1st down and more past midfield. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40.
In motion, it's Odunze. They'll run. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. Down to the line now on 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
To throw is Williams. That one thrown on the run, but the receiver had to reach back, couldn't bring it in, and it is incomplete. We'll see how they want to play this. It's 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Chicago.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Santos good on the extra point, and the Bears have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Warren. They're going to mark him down 30-yard line. Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
It's a gain of 10.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to the air once more on second down. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? Here we go. One final play. He's going to air this one out. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one in the win column for the Bears. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.